Good morning. It's Monday, June 26th, 2023. My name is Terry Morgan. We are here to practice Wudang Dragon Sword. I am running late again this morning. And it's not necessarily entirely bad. So one of the things that I have been doing is trying to sort out, what are we doing here in this class? What am I going to do in the next class? What's that look like? What other materials am I working on? What else, right? What else besides this class and these recordings, right? Because there's a lot of else. So I have a plan. First, for Dragon Sword, we have progressed more than I thought. I was reviewing some things this morning, and if I'm correct, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be at this point, we're going to finish Dragon Sword at the end of July. This almost this month, right? All right, we got a couple new moves today. We're going to finish the end of July, beginning of August. We're going to finish. There will be a couple of weeks of review. I'm still going to do that fully connected end-to-end. You can see what the whole form looks like. I'll do it a couple of times so you can see it from different angles. That is part of what I want to have a little bit more time to produce. So rather than me being here every day to teach a class, I may be producing some of the materials that go along with the class. I have also a plan, imminent plan, not it's going to happen maybe whenever, to republish Wudang, the book that we published back in 1999. I have the files, I have new pictures. I'm going to republish it as an ebook and a print book. I have material that I have been working on and translating for Dragon Sword, and however it turns out, there will be a book with pictures for Dragon Sword that will be available coming up pretty darn quick. Okay, so I haven't finished the translation yet. Wudang, I have finished the translation. I have also prepared and published. Print version will be available later this week. My first book in my series of novels, The Ambassador. We've got the first little trailer for the audio drama is available. Me reading some of the chapters from the book, that's available, and there's the first chapter of the book that's available online. I'm going to make it a little bit more accessible to people can see more easily what's there, and just make a couple of changes. That's all available, and we are the team that created the promo, right? We are live on all of the live streaming services pretty much on the planet. If you want to listen to us, you can find us. I'd like you to listen to us. I would like as many people as possible to listen to what we're doing and raise their hands up and say, yeah, let's hear more, because I'm looking for sponsors, and sponsors like to hear from people that they might be able to advertise to. So the more people that raise their hand and say, yeah, we like this, and we'll download the 3-minute little version that we have out there. It's good. It's really well produced. The sound engineering is great. That production part of it wouldn't be the same without that production. That sound engineering, it wouldn't be the same. So it wouldn't be the same without the two actors and again, excuse me, three actors who loaned their voices to the effort and brought their talent to the effort. They just came along for the ride, and I am so very grateful. It's really cool. I hope you enjoy it. Anyway, back to Wudang Sword. We have new moves this morning. And you can tell it's one of those things like, if you talk to me about Tai Chi and martial arts, my face lights up. I'm like, yeah, okay, we can talk about that. I'd like to talk about that, right? The same kind of thing happens when I'm thinking about what I'm doing with this story, what I hope to do with it, and where it might possibly go. I'm really happy about it. I'll just say that. All right. We're here. All right. One. I have to back up. Do that again. As we come across here, remember up, smaller circle, extend. To the inside, to the outside, step in. Next move. That, and now I'm going to speed it up a little bit in a second. That twist, it comes from the waist and from the lower dantian. As this comes back, that sense that I want to shift back and move something here. Where does it go? It goes here, and then here. That twist happens through the waist, requires that the feet be well placed and that the body be well centered so that when you're moving, whichever direction you're going has something behind it. It's not just, and I talked about this quite a bit last week, just waving a sword in the air isn't what we're looking for here, okay? It's not, okay? So if I were to be using this to block something, right? I'm here and I need to block this, or I need to come, I'm going this way, right? There needs to be substance both in my stance and through my body so that whatever I connect with doesn't just throw me off balance. Okay, that sense of being rooted and well placed has to be present in this move, particularly because we're shifting immediately from one side to the other. That twist, similar in some respects to where am I? I'm here, and I'm going to step. No. well, let me go this way. Here, I come around here, one, right? As I step back, I have to be well placed to know where I'm going. So, here, set. Same thing here. As I come up, that sense of, I now shift back, transferring the weight. So as I come up, that sense of being very well aligned. Okay, that last part that I kind of wasn't there, in this series, as we come around, and here, down on the right, and don't do that, that's in, but step forward with the left. So I had been working on this a little bit, and my correction for this morning was, no, it's not that foot. So as I come down here, step right, down on the right, step in with the left. This down, in. Pay attention to where the body is so that you're not, when you step, you're well placed for this, right? You're not going to hit your knee. You don't hit your knee, really, you don't. Right? You're going for your opponent's knee perhaps, but not for your own knee. And that you're well centered as you step. So 1, 2. That placement, I've been talking about it for, well, pretty much forever, but I've really been beating up on it these last few weeks, because the more we try to apply some of the internal workmanship, the more important it is to have the body be well centered and well placed. Otherwise, when you turn, when you move, something else is going to move that maybe you didn't want to move. That connection through the whole body as you move is something we want. But it can't be just, whatever. There needs to be intent and purpose behind it. If you're not centered, if you're not connected, if you don't have a good root, if you don't have any strength behind what you're doing, then yeah, you're not quite there yet. Okay? 2, in. Right? Down, in. Don't step on the cat. She's been annoying me for the last hour. The cats don't have clocks. They know about sunrise, and it was after time to go out. And she let me know that she was ready to go out. She's placed herself here to make sure that I'm reminded. So, alright, so we have quite a few sets with twisting and turning. I was going for this one. Right? So I'm here. I'm having trouble with which leg is front. I know where I need to go, but I forgot where I need to be. And that's, I'm saying that for two reasons. One, I'm live and that's all I got. Second, it happens, right? I was just doing that. What? It happens. So as we're paying attention to the kinds of things that we're doing, it came back, right? Let me relax for a second. Let me, that was it. Really, that was it. Let me relax for a second. Let me not worry about, oh my gosh, I forgot. Let me just relax into it. What was the movement that right before that? What movement do I remember that came before that? What was I doing right before that? I don't remember. Wait, yes I do. I'm here. In, step back, come around, down, in, pull in, and down, 2, 3. Which is what we've been working on for the last week, at last part of that series, right? That is something that I absolutely hope everybody pays attention to in their own practice. That, let me try it without thinking about it. Don't even think about it. You just, let me go. Let me try it. That moment of Zen, which is exactly what it is, that moment of Zen can give you what you thought you forgot. Your body didn't forget about it, and I talk about this repeatedly as well. Your body did not forget that movement. It didn't. If you've been practicing, your body's not going to forget it. You may think about too much detail. You may think about this or that. And, yeah, it's okay. It's not, what was I doing? I don't remember. Right? Put it aside. Do something. Work on something else. Don't forget about your practice. Just do something else in practice. Come back to it later. And don't think about it. Just do it. Just go. Very often, not always, very often, whatever it was you forgot, you consciously forgot, you still have, you just need to get out of your own way, let go of that tension, so that you can relax and remember it. That relaxation, that opening, is part of that concept of Zen, Zazen. This is the short version, I guess, if you will, of the idea that we want to relax the mind, relax the body, relax the breath, empty the mind, fill the breath, be present now, and don't worry about it. Practice. Listen to your body. That's one of the keys for the month of June in Qigong class. Ting Zheng. Listen to what your body's telling you. Don't try and tell it. You get out of the way and listen to what it tells you. Very often, again, I'm going to just to conclude that, very often what will happen is what I just did, which was to do exactly what I'm saying. I got out of my own way. I remembered the move that came before. I did that and followed through without thinking about it. And as I was doing it, realized that yes, this is, yeah, that was it. I'm here. I'm back. Yeah, it was a double. It was. Alright, little too fast, not quite what it should be. Try again. That was it. Alright, that was correct. I'm going to do this again. Start back up here in just this last bit. But what I want to stress, and this is practice item, right? This whole series, right? This whole series, from up here all the way through, right? I stuttered in the middle there. I did. That's my point. As I slow it down, I'm going to do it again slower. As I slow it down, I have time to pay attention to each move, have time to pay attention to what I'm doing in each move. When I speed it up, I find out whether or not I know those moves. I do. It's a couple of places just not working for me, right? The transition's rough, it's not smooth, there's hesitancy, there's, the physical capability is not quite where it should be. And I'm not saying the extent of the movement or anything, just in my stances, I'm not quite where I should be. That sense of, all right, what do I need to work on here? And knowing that if I slow this down, each movement will be correct. What do I need? Right? So the slower I move, the more precise my movement needs to be with placement and timing, coordination. All of those things need to be in the correct place at the correct time. If they're not, it's going to look awkward. The same as if I'm moving quickly. I don't have time to think about it. I have to be there. It has to be there. It can't be, well, let me think, what am I supposed to do with that? All right? That in the middle, as well as a little bit with the slower move. The slower move, we get to think about it a lot. As we're moving at a moderate speed, we're going to think about it a little bit. I'm going to relocate the cat here. Cat, you need to go. Thank you. We'll be done in a minute. That moderate speed gives us enough time to think about it, enough time to be aware of what we're doing correctly, what we're not doing correctly, and correct for it. Moving slowly, we find out. At moderate speed, we have a chance to do some corrections. When we're moving quickly, we do not have we do not have time to think about what's next. We just have to be able to do it. All right, at moderate speed, this whole series that I've been working on this morning, all right? So I'm going to start up here, step in, and back one, around, up and around, in, pull in, extend. Right foot, step, at an angle, step, step, come up, twist, open. Shift back, go to the outside, step. Come up. Now, don't do that. Don't do that. Alright, I have an issue when I'm coming to the right side. I'm going to start over. Yeah, real practice here. Yeah, I'm thinking through all of this as I'm going. So, there, yeah, it's silent, but here we go. You know, there's part of my thinking about what I'm doing that is not verbal. It's not. I want to do that forward thrust instead of a downward. It is downward. That is where it goes. But I just keep wanting to do that. It's part of habit from earlier moves. So from here, twist, twist, down, step through. Twist, twist, down, step through. Twist, Alright? One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. One more time. One, two, three. No. Yes. Four. All right. That, again, paying attention to where am I? What am I doing? Which foot goes where, right? Am I on a straight angle? Am I off to the side? What do I need to visualize, right? Because movement isn't 100% linear. There's a lot of things going on all at the same time. So that combination of visual along with the sense of placement and purpose is part of what we have to pay attention to. In learning movement, we watch. Okay? I never did listen to movement. I never did. I listened to a lot of things, but movement was never one of them, right? Internal listening, tinger, and listening so that I can learn how to do a movement, I got to see it. I need to actually see the movement. Then I can do it. That human condition, very few people can do complex movements from audio description. It's a rare skill. Being able to see it and then imitate what you see, that's what we look for. So when I studied dance, my dance teachers would show the movement. This is what you're supposed to do. And I'd look at it and go, yeah, my leg's not going to do that, but I'll try. I did. That Miss Shirley could stand here and she could take her leg up to here and she could put it gently down. And it was perfect. But it didn't make any difference if she was going to the front or to the side. It was just perfect. It was a skill that was developed over many years of practice. She kept practicing. She did that. When I studied with Wang Wenlun, when I studied with Professor Liu, I looked at the way they moved, because each movement and the way the movement is done is part of that sense of purpose, placement, and understanding of what's going on in the move, so that it carries the meaning without having to be explained. You need an explanation for that. Probably don't need an explanation for that either. Right? That sense of, what am I doing here? It's not a question. It's really not. If I do something like this, right? I've got one arm out kind of to the back, and this is up here, and this is, right? No! That may be nice for dance, There may be some staged thing that could be done that way. I would not condone it, but there could be. I've seen some things that had questionable origin. Alright? So it could be, there's some things. We don't want to do that. Okay, not what I'm teaching. If I can't tell from what you're doing what the movement is supposed to be about, you're not there yet. If I default, well, you're leaning over here. I'm leaning over here. What do you cut? Tickle the toes? Just tickle the toes down here. Tickle the toes. I'm not tickling the toes. And if I bring this up just another hair, which is one of the movements that we actually do. So, we're here, you come up. Yeah, you get down here. Yeah. We could do that. Not friendly, and once again, that sense of knowing how much force can be used, could be used, might be used, is needed to be used, and being stable enough to do that. Not the same thing. So, a lot of force here. If I'm not stable and well placed over my standing leg, when this comes up, I'm going to go back. I'm going to fall back. I stepped back, but that's what's going to happen. It's physics. It really is. It's physics. All right. For today, last time here. 1, 2, 3. Step in. Shift back. 1, 2. Down. In. 1, 2, 3, 1. Up. In. 1, 2. Down. In. See? 45-ish, give or take. This hand, and I'll talk more about this tomorrow, this hand behind supports the wrist as you come down. This needs to be strong and pull toward you. This pulls in, this pushes down. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate allowing me to teach class. Appreciate that you're here. Also appreciate that you probably stayed and listened to at least part of my class and some of my discussion about more things coming and the changes that are happening. I'm looking forward to completing the Dragon Sword class and getting that full version ready for publication, as well as all of the other things that I'm working on for publication now. I'll be back tomorrow. Dragon Sword, Thursday and Friday, Qigong. Thank you for being here.